Hi, I'm Lisa. Today on Earth, we are installing our TEMGO lithium iron phosphate battery. Thank you so much to TEMGO for sending me this battery. It's not something that I would be able to afford at this juncture. First off, we have to change the converter because the one that exists in my trailer is not compatible and does not have a lithium switch for it. So first up, changing out the controller, and then we're going to drill a hole through the floor to facilitate the longer wires we had to get in order to place the battery where we want, which is under the sofa. I'm able to pick their brain about adding solar to this setup as well, getting a charge controller, routing it, and adding it to the equation eventually. We are installing this battery and swapping out this old converter for one that works with lithium. It's a 300 amp hour, 300, 360, 300 amp hour. It's got a nice little display. 49%. We were at 50 when we started, so everything he did to test the systems only took 1%. Amazing. This is self-heated as well. This is the website from the first link. You can scroll through and see all of the specs and all of the features. This is a very feature-rich battery. There's a monitoring system right on it with 3 pages of different information. There's an app that comes with it. 65 pounds. Wow, I feel weak. The self-heating feature is going to be very important for me. I'll be living around 7,000 feet in elevation. They're in stock, shipping from California. Very nice. Yes, I believe it arrived at my door in New Mexico in a day. I'm really amazed at all the little features that come with this battery. This technology is kind of blowing my mind, to be honest.
up doing more batteries, you'll probably put a whole bunch in here. Yeah. Some other guys use plumber's tape, but I think it looks tacky. Let's turn some lights on and see if she... So now it says charging.
What a huge relief to have the battery installed professionally and know that it's working, everything's good to go. I'm just so happy to have that checked off the list. And again, I want to thank TEMGO for sponsoring my battery, sponsoring my energy. There are links in the description where you can get yourself one of these babies. And there's also a discount code to get an extra, I think it's 5% off the already low price. I just got my closing documents notarized at the UPS store. Super quick and easy. It was like 15 bucks. Highly recommend, easy to schedule. Not sponsored by UPS. One step closer. I have a cashier's check for the full amount of the land purchase arriving on Monday. Today is Friday. Saturday. Today's Saturday. The check will get here on Monday, and I will pop it immediately in the overnight because we're supposed to close Tuesday. But the seller's been having some issues. There are two sellers. They live in different states, and one of them is in I'm not exactly sure, and it's none of my business, but is in some sort of a recovery, like from hospitalization. They're in a rehab place, healing from whatever reason they were in the hospital. And they don't have access to email. So we've actually pushed the closing date twice and may have to push again just because it's so hard to get the signatures of one of the sellers. So that is the State of the Union currently. It's kind of hard to believe. This is a pinch me moment for sure, because I'm this close to being a landowner, and I'm really excited. I'm pretty terrible at waiting patiently, so in the meantime, get some work done on Irie. That's her name. My trailer's name is Irie. It was suggested by a viewer, and it kind of goes along with the saying on the back wall. What's the name of that movie where Brad Pitt plays the devil and he's speaking to a Jamaican woman who recognizes him? And he says to her, "Everything going be Irie." Irie, everything's going to be all right. I'm debating whether or not to keep this extra padding. I was planning on using like a shelf liner, an adhesive shelf liner over all of it so that my bedding wouldn't snag. But if I leave this, it also won't snag and might add a little more cushion. I hope that doesn't push the height of the bed up above the height of my emergency exit window. That would be bad. Regardless, my bed is only coming to the edge of the cutoff, so I can get rid of 6 inches of this edge of this anyway. Do I want to do that? Undecided if I want to cut off the edge. It would be that much. We'll see. But what I'm going to do now is insulate the walls of the garage compartment with Reflectix. I'll be in an RV park in March, and it'll still be cold, so I think that's going to be a good thing. Besides, it'll help keep it cool in the summer too. This is the state of the garage area currently. This is one of the 2 fishing poles that were left for me, and the tent. This is the hardware for the tent. All right, I'm going to put Reflectix all along the outer wall. I have lined all of the outer walls of my garage. Hopefully that's going to help with the R value and keep me a little bit warmer. You guys, I just dropped off my closing documents for my land. It's on its way to the title company and should be closing very soon. Can't believe it. I can't believe this day is here. Somebody pinch me. I am about to be the owner of a little piece of land. It's not quite an acre. Bigger would have been better, but everything else is absolutely perfect about it. It's in the Sacramento Mountains. I can't stop smiling. It's a good day. Escrow has closed, and I got my title deed in the mail. It's official. The land is mine. So here's that tour I promised you. This video is from the very first time I saw the land, and from my comments you can tell that I fell in love with it immediately. Looks to be gentle sloping. Lots of brush clearing would need to be done. This might be the best of all of them, actually, except for the whole brush clearing thing. There are views. I kind of like this one. That would be west, so that's going to be sunset views. Damn, I really kind of like it. Look at this pretty big tree. What is it? I don't know, but it's cool, and there's two of them. It does slope down, but not horribly. Another tree that might not be mine. And this is the property. I have so many stickers on my shoes now. Good Lord. That's the tree I was just next to. This is the best property here. Isn't it a beauty? By the time this video goes live, I will be in the thick of moving out of this apartment and into Irie full time. I will be very busy, of course, but I will do my best to get the video out on time. If I find myself exhausted and overwhelmed, though, which is likely, I might have to skip a week just to cut myself some slack, but I'll be back. If you'd like to support my adventures and my channel, you can do so by hitting the join button or going on over to Patreon and supporting me there. I do occasionally post some spoilers on Patreon, so be forewarned. The link for Patreon is in the description box below, and I just want to say an extra thank you to each of you for being here. And I hope you all have a wonderful week.